Hi guys, my name is John the Career Coach. Now we have 107 days left to the end of 2024. Let me pose a question to you. How many interviews have you attended in 2024? There are normally two categories of people. There are people who send out their CVs and they rarely get any call back. And then there's a second category of people who send out their CV and then they are called for so many interviews. And so they attend so many interviews, but then they don't end up getting the job offers. If you are in the second category of people who attend many interviews and you don't get any offer, I want to give you some pointers to ensure that the next time you go for your interview, you actually land the job offer. And the first thing is, how are you answering the tell us a little bit about yourself question? The tell us a little bit about yourself question is usually, I think, the hardest question during an interview. And if you get this question wrong, high chances are you're not going to pass that interview. So how can you answer this question correctly? The first thing I want to say is, you want to have it in your mind that after you've answered this question, tell us a little bit about yourself, the interviewing panel need to have enough information to want to hire you. Let me say that again. After you've answered this question, you need to have given enough information for them to want to hire you for this position. So you want to ensure that you are giving enough details as possible. You want to ensure that you're hitting the nail on the head. You want to ensure that if you don't answer any other question during this interview, they're giving you the job offer. So if you're not an experienced interviewee, if you've not attended so many interviews, this is a structure that you can use when answering the question. The first thing that you want to do is tell them about your current position. When you start talking about what you're currently doing, it's going to make you be less nervous because then I'm assuming whatever work you're doing right now, you're not on autopilot. So you have a lot to say about the work that you're doing now. So start there. Start by saying what your current title is and what your key achievements have been in your current position. Then you can talk a little bit about your previous professional work experience. You can talk about your education. You can lastly talk about why you are the best fit for the role. Please don't tell them about what you love to eat and where you went to nursery school or where you grew up. I know when they ask you, tell us a little bit about yourself, it sounds like, I want to know about you. I want to know what you like to eat for lunch or where you like to hang out on Saturdays, but that's not the case. When they ask you, tell us a little bit about yourself, what they are asking is, who are you in relation to this job that you are applying for? For you to be able to answer correctly, tell us a little bit about yourself, you must have read and internalized the JD. So ideally what you're doing is you're telling them, who are you in relation to this job that you're applying for? So everything that you say when you're talking about your current position, what your key achievements have been, what your previous work experiences have been, you want to highlight the ones that have been mentioned in the job description. When you're answering this question and when you're answering the other subsequent questions, ensure that you're tailoring your answers to the job description. So you need to have read, internalized, and understood the job description. So catch me on the next video as I give you more tips on how you can maximize this September hiring surge.